Hello my friend, thank you so much for turning into my brand new YouTube video. Today I'm going to be sharing my explant surgery. I'm going to be sharing today my implant surgery, also my implant journey, my explant surgery and recovery, and I'm gonna be finishing off this video with a question and answer, so all the questions I got on my Instagram story. So let's jump right into it. But before I get started, I just wanted to say that I am not a doctor. Don't seek advice from me. Please go see your doctor if ever you need help with anything related to this subject. So I'm just here to share my experience with that and maybe to inspire some women to not do the same mistake as I did. So just to keep you guys updated, I am 12 days post-explant surgery and I am feeling absolutely amazing. I cannot believe I had that in my body for 4 years, and I feel like I'm connecting back to my inner child, my inner body, and the body that God has created for myself. So I'm very excited to do this video. So let's jump right into it. So the first thing, why did I get those implants in the first place? So if you don't know me and you're new to my channel, I'm a bikini competitor. I compete into bodybuilding competition. And 3 years ago or 4 years ago at the time, I was following a lot of bikini pros on social media. And I noticed that 99% out of the pros has breast implant. And if you're into the bodybuilding community, you'll notice that a lot of people has breast implants, and this is just common and normal in the sport. So I thought in order to do good in the sport, I need those implants. Little did I know I do not need those implants. But at the time, I really thought I needed those implants in order to do good in the sport. So that was my motive to get them. Just a PSA, I was never insecure about my little chest. I actually really like my little chest. I was an A all my life, never felt insecure, never wanted to have bigger boobs, never look up at girls with bigger boobs and wanted to be like them or whatsoever. It was really just in order to do better in the sport. So I just remember telling my husband, I think I want to get breast implants for the sport. And he just looked at me and was like, are you sure, Mylene, you want to get that? And I was like, yeah, I want that. He knew that I did not want that, that I've never talked about it before and never talked about my breasts or anything like that in a negative way. I talked with him about that. I remember the next week I was with the doctor in a consultation for the breast implant surgery. A month after that, those implants were already inside of me. So in a period of 4 weeks, I had decided to get them. I got a consultation and got the surgery. So I did not really took the time to actually think about how it will feel, how it will look. Will I really like them? I actually did not took the time to actually think about everything that could be related to that. Got them in for about 3-4 years. I'm not really sure the exact timeline. And during that period of time, I just remember that I had a hard time breathing deeply. So you know when you're doing deep breath work, I really had a hard time like connecting to my deep breathing. And this is something that I absolutely hated. Also, every time that I was doing a lot of deep yoga poses, like the bridge, stuff like that, I was feeling those implants getting inside my rib cage, and this was just not a good feeling. And just in general, the whole time that I had my implants, I was never like proud of them, or I never wanted to show them or whatsoever. It was just like I was having 2 fake balloons in my body, and I did not see the point at all to having that. Fast forward 3-4 years later, also I'm 12 days post-surgery. I decided to get them out about a month ago, to be specific. So around 2 months ago, we had a lot of like challenges into our personal life, and it had made me realize so much stuff about this life. And there was one thing inside my mind. I was like, what are you doing with those fake balloons in your body? Like, it did not feel aligned with the person I was becoming, and especially what I was preaching online. So I'm really big believer about self-love and about accepting yourself for who you are, and having those fake balloons inside of me to fitting that beauty standard that is not even realistic did not feel right. I could not sleep at night. I was thinking about why in the world do I have those balloons inside of me? After those challenges and a lot of like thinking about why was I having that in my body, I decided to remove them. And what's fun about the explant surgery is that the recovery is extremely fast, and also the surgery was extremely fast as well. I'm also going to be talking about that because there's different kind of surgery on that level. So my surgery was extremely fast, but little did I know, right now we are 12 days post-surgery. I am feeling absolutely amazing, and I cannot even believe how the results are looking. So let's talk about all of the surgery process, about the explant surgery and also the recovery process. So let's start with the surgery. Basically, for my part, and like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm talking about my own experience. I was happy enough that I did not need any kind of lift. If you're familiar about that, lift is something that if, let's say, you have a lot of loose skin on your body, the doctor will need to cut out extra skin in order to make it more beautiful, let's say. So I was happy that I was not having a lot of breast tissue before getting those implants in, and I did not go with a big implant on my implant implant, I did put, I believe, 375 cc under the muscle, and I was at A. So for some people, 375 can look big. For some people, it can look extremely small. So it really depends on how your breast is looking, your shape, and all of that stuff. So in my part, I was very lucky that I did not need any kind of lift. So my skin was really healthy and small, and also I did not have any children. So this was really like beneficial. So let's say if you were pregnant, your skin can be a little bit more looser because of the milk and all of that stuff. If you have been having your implants for a longer period of time, so that could be an issue on that. So I was happy that I did not need to get any kind of lift. That was the first thing. The second thing, I did not need any kind of drains. I know a lot of girls need some drains post-surgery. This was a decision from my doctor. And at first I was a little bit skeptical. Did I pronounce it right? Because I checked a lot of YouTube video about girl and their explant surgery before getting mine, and a lot of girls has the drain, and some of the girls that I actually know personally that got the implants out got the drains as well. So I was a little bit like, is that a good decision? But I was really trusting my doctor on that. So it was like, no, you don't need drains. And after the surgery, I got some liquid or fluid in that breast, the left one. It only lasts 2 days, but at the beginning, I remember for the first 2 days, I was like, oh shit, should I have gotten the drains? And is that a seroma that is starting to be created in my breast? Because seroma is like, if there's a too much space in between the skin and let's say the muscle, etc., and the space is too big, there can be a big kind of fluid that is starting to be created. And if you don't have the drains can help to remove that, first of all. And second of all, if you don't get the drains, you need to go after that. They're going to take like a big kind of needle and remove that thing. And I'm really scared of needles. So I did not want that to happen, but luckily it just ran away 3 days post-surgery, so I'm very happy about that. So I did not need any kind of drains. I did not need a lift. For me, the surgery was extremely easy. I went under anesthesia. Sorry, I'm French, so if sometimes I don't pronounce the name correctly, my bad. So I went under full-on surgery anesthesia. It took about 30 minutes under the bed, not even, he told me. So there was no damage at all, and the breast implant itself looked absolutely amazing. So I was not dealing with any kind of breast tissue, all of that stuff. So the surgery was really easy. It just did a little cut, did not even have to cut out my muscle. He took the breast implants, checked if everything was good, and put some stitches, and that's about it. The same thing on the other side. So I wake up about 45 minutes after that. I could not even believe how easy it was in my own personal experience. So woke up from the surgery, got home. I was like, what is just going on? I feel very good. The 3 days post-surgery, obviously, your belly's gonna hurt a little bit from the antibiotic, because obviously you need to be on that just because the skin was open and you don't want any kind of infection. So I took that, but my belly was reacting really bad. Like I was looking like a beluga. I'm not even kidding. And my husband took a picture of me and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like I look like I have like 50 pounds extra on my belly, like, because I was very inflamed on that. And also it feels weird because you had an implant before, and now that they're removing the implant, you kind of like feel that space. Even if like your skin is touching your muscle and all of those organs, etc., you still feel like there's a space in between those two parts. So it feels kind of weird, but to be honest, the pain was 1 out of 10. I did not take any kind of like drugs or hardcore medication that they took afterwards. I was extremely surprised. So the only thing, like I said, was the antibiotic. My belly was hurting a little bit. So obviously also the sleep, because you need to be sleeping a bit elevated to making sure the fluid goes down. So this was something that was really hard for me because I normally sleep on my side. So it was extremely hard. I like the first 3-4 nights I slept extremely bad. So the sleeping, antibiotic, and also not be able to move my body. Like I'm someone that trains every day. I do cardio every day and I do yoga every day. So not be able to do those 3 stuff is really hard. So, but I take it as a time to like just reflect on this whole situation and just reflect on my life. And taking breaks time to time is actually good for the mind and body and the soul. And also I want to give a little tips and tricks. I actually saw a YouTube of one of the girls. She was getting an explant surgery and she said that something she really liked doing was taking some baths, but obviously just bring the water to your belly button and not to your incision. So this was something I did at least twice a day because I really love to shower normally, but I hated going to the shower because you cannot go from the side. side, and just you don't want to put any kind of shampoo or anything to the breast. So I really like taking the bath and just wash myself and just chilling in the bath. So this can be a little good tips and tricks. So yes, I wanted to say that the recovery process of getting an explant surgery, and again, I'm talking from my own experience, but it's been an absolutely blessing. And like I said, like at the beginning of the video, I cannot believe that I had those implants in my body for so long. I feel amazing. I cannot even explain how it is. It's like I feel finally free, and I feel like I have like 20 pounds less on my chest. It's just like it's just amazing. And again, for me, those implants were not feeling authentic to myself. I felt like I was like lying to my own self having those stuff in my body. And now that I don't have it, I feel very aligned with myself, aligned with my values, aligned with what I'm preaching. So it feels amazing. So when you're actually true to yourself, you feel even more better afterwards. So make sure that all the choices that you're making in life are aligned with what you actually want to do. And don't do like me, just do like a plastic surgery because everybody else is doing it and you don't actually need it. And nobody actually needs plastic surgery. We are all perfect and beautiful just the way as God has created us. And again, I'm not here to tell you what to do with your body. You're responsible for your body and you know what's feel right for you. For me, it did not feel right. It did not feel right at all. So since that I've been removing it, I feel it feels right. So for me, self-love is really about accepting yourself for who you truly are. And when you actually accept yourself from what you truly are, this is where real beauty comes out of it. Beauty comes from what it has nothing to do with plastic surgery, with Botox, with filler, all of that stuff. Beauty is really about loving and accepting yourself for who you actually are. And I really wish that more women could understand that, because I feel like the more we are growing as a society, I see women trying to fit this beauty standard and doing all of those Botox, lip filler, surgery, name it. There's so many kind of surgery these days just to fit in that perfect little box. But little did they know is even if they do all of those things, if they don't love themselves from within, they will never actually accept and love themselves. So, and the minute you actually love yourself really, like really, you don't need any kind of surgery, any kind of Botox, any kind of filler, all of that stuff. So I'm going to be jumping into the question and ask I got from my girls on my Instagram story. So thank you if you took the time to ask a question. I have lowered it to 8 questions, and the most important one, I believe. The first one was, who was your doctor? So I went with Dr. Germain from Incognito Medispa. This is a doctor that put my implants in. So I really wanted like the same doctor because he knew where was my implants. He had to put them in. So, and it was really beneficial for me because I did not want to drive like 2 hours before the surgery and then 2 hours back. And then you need to go like a couple of days after to see the doctor. So I did not want to drive back there to do like a long drive. So for me, it was really close from my place and it was very convenient. I 10 out of 10 recommend my experience with them. The staff was absolutely amazing, from the front desk to the nurse to the operation room. I really had an amazing experience. So if you need any kind of information on that, please just send me a message on Instagram. I will be happy to help you with that. So question number 2, it's a question that came out a lot, the cost. Putting those implants is actually what is costing the most. So putting them in cost me around 10,000 and putting them out cost me around 4,000. So in my case, I was extremely lucky because I did not need any kind of lift. This is what I've explained earlier, when they cut out some skin to put the skin a little bit more higher. If I had needed some lift, it will have cost me, I believe, around 10,000, but every surgeon has different prices on that. So question number 3, is it painful? Like I said earlier, it's a 1 out of 10 in my own personal experience with the recovery. I will have done it way more earlier if I will have known. But yeah, in my own personal experience, it was not painful. It's maybe because it did not cut out the muscle. I did not need any kind of lift. So yeah, for me, really not painful at all. So question number 4, how does your breast look before, during, and after? So before my implants, I was an A. During my implant, I was maybe like a C. And right now I am back, I will say at an A, B even, because I obviously gained a bit of body fat from when I put those implants in. It was just right after a bodybuilding show, so I was extremely lean. So right now they look absolutely amazing post-surgery. I cannot even believe how good they look. My skin, I'm just standing up. I'm not sure if because I eat extremely healthy or it's just I have a good genetic with my skin. I'm not sure, but they look phenomenal. Question number 5. Did you suffer from any BII? So if you're not familiar with BII, is breast implant illness. I know a lot of women are struggling with that, unfortunately, because obviously we are not born to have 2 balloon silicone in our bodies. So some people, when they put those balloons in their bodies, their body wants to attack them and wants to remove them. In my case, I was extremely happy that I did not have any kind of symptom with BII. But since I don't have them, I feel absolutely amazing. So I'm not sure if it's just because I did something that was aligned with myself. In my own personal experience, I don't think I was having those specific issues, but definitely it made a difference from removing them from my body. Question number 6. Does it make any difference to your mental health or cognition? I feel more clarity in my mind, and I'm not sure, like I said, is because it's aligned with the values I'm preaching, but I feel very good mentally. This is the only thing I have to say on that. I feel extremely good and extremely proud of myself to have removed them from my body. Question number 7. Did you have drains? I have responded to that in the video, but no, I did not have drains. This was a personal decision from my doctor, and like I said, I was really trusting my doctor on that, but I know a lot of people does drains. I don't have a lot of knowledge on that, so I could not really help on that for sure. Question number 8. Did they remove the capsule? I know that some people, since they have implant for a very long time and they did not change it, or people that have BII, the body attacks the capsule or the implants itself, so it creates a capsule around the implants. For me, he said that nothing was attached to the implant itself. It was really clean, so I believe that my body really took well the implant itself. But some women, when they remove the implant, it's really like they have like something around the implant. So you want to make sure that if it's happened, that the doctor knows what to do and he doesn't leave those kind of capsule into your body, because it can create a health damage in the long run. So just make sure to check that with your doctor. So I just wanted to say to everybody that took the time to watch my video, thank you so much. If you have any comment, you want to share your experience, or you have any kind of question, please comment below. Also like, subscribe my video and my channel. It will really be very appreciated. And also I wanted to add that you do you. So make sure that everything that you do in your life is aligned with your values, is aligned with yourself, and you are not just following what everybody else is following online. I did that with my breast implant in the first place. I really thought I needed it in order to be like everybody else on stage, but little did I know that my body did not want that, my soul did not want that, and I did not need that. I am perfect just the way I am, just as you are. So just listen to yourself, do what feels right for you, and at the end of the day, do what makes you feel happy and better. And again, thank you so much for taking the time to watching my YouTube video. I very appreciate you. And on that note, see you guys in the next video.